Welcome back to another daily cribbage. Let's see who we are facing today. Wonder. I wonder whether we'll win today. We start out as the dealer, so already looking pretty good, and our hand looks awful. 2, 2, 6, 10, queen, king. Let's throw away the 10 queen. I think also throwing away 10, 6 was okay, but 10 queen is slightly more connected. Play the 2 here, and maybe we're going to pair a 6. Now that we're here, yeah, why not? Expect a lot of 8s from our opponent, some 5s as well. 4s I didn't expect. 4s actually mean that they only have 6 points there with the 4, 4, 7. And our opponent does throw away a jack and a queen, so we get a few points in the crib. Not an awful start. And another tough hand. Do we want to throw away 2, 4? 2, 7? 2, 10? What is this? I think we just go 2, 4 here and pray for a 6. We don't get the 6. We're going to unpair our 7. And we're going to make it 24. So the idea here is that it makes our opponent pair our 7. No, it makes our opponent play out their 5s if they have them. But unfortunately, our opponent had a 7, which means that they got to pair us. I didn't expect them to have a 7 there, so that 7 pays a lot of dividends. The 2, 4 in the crib combos with the ace 3 for 8 points, which is a shame. 2, 3, 5, 6, 8, king. Throw away the 6, 8. This is fairly high variance. Discard. If we get a 7, then that's great, and if we don't get a 7, that is not great. I guess our opponent could throw away aces. Opponent does keep the queen jack to get 3 points from our king, and the 4 on top does help us a little bit. Opponent only gives us a 9 in the crib to work with for 2 points, so not too much. Alright, so there is a flush in hand, it's worth 6 points. It seems like it's better than everything else, unless we get a 7 on top or a 10 on top. But I don't think we need to... I don't think we're in a position where we're that desperate, although it's going to get worse with this 5. The 5 is worth points to us, but it's going to be worth more to our opponent. That is the usual motto. Let's see if our opponent has... It's kind of likely they've kept a 10 around. Or a 5. I was hoping it wouldn't be a 5 because that's a lot of points. 10 points in hand, 5 points in the crib. The 5 doesn't actually help too much in the crib there for our opponent, but it does mean that they are ready to make their milestone at 70. There is a strange flush in this hand. I don't think it's worth us keeping. I think we just throw away the ace 5 of spades. We keep these 9 points. We put a 5 in the crib. All looks great. The other option was to throw away the 5 queen, but we will get to that later. We'll start off with a queen, and our opponent forces us to play our 5. They don't have a 2, so maybe a couple of 6s left. Yeah. So 6 points for our opponent means that they only just make their milestone. They're 3 points over. It's not too crazy. The computer likes the flush, actually. It says that the crib is so much better. And I can't argue with that too much. The crib is a lot better, but I do like keeping those 9 points in hand. 6 double 9 is a keeper, and I think we should split up our aces. It's a shame we have to throw away the 10, but sometimes you gotta do it. leading the 6 here. And playing out the 9. And if our opponent's got a 5, we get to make 31. And if they'd have 5 using other combos, then they get to score lots of points off us instead. Instead, our opponent just has a 2-2, which normally wouldn't be so good, but actually with the 2 on top is pretty nice. Opponent gets 2 points in the crib. Our opponent is falling a bit short. They're not quite making it to 96. We get a nice easy discard 5 king here. Only way to keep 6 points in hand, and we get to put a 5 in the crib. Ace on top doesn't really do too much. And the question is, do we want to play 3? I don't think we do. We're just going to play the 9 if our opponent has a 2. Opponent doesn't have many 2s here. I think they have some aces. They could have a pair of aces, but... Okay. Well, the ace on top is, I guess, a bit unlucky. That means they get 11. So almost making their milestone. We don't get anything huge out of our 5 king in the crib. Can we get anything huge out of this one? Well, what can we do? Oh, this is tricky. Could go 4-9, 4-10, 4-7. So many options. I'm going to go 4-10, I think is the fewest points. And we do hit the 6, which is one of the bonuses of keeping this. Okay, we'll make it 25. Force our opponent to play out some cards. And I assume they've got another 10. Yeah. Alright, so 4 points in hand for our opponent, 2 points in the crib. Puts our opponent a bit behind. We're not going to get skunked here. The chance that we catch up, though, is pretty slim. Pretty slim. We can hope for a lot of points in the crib. The 9 on top's looking pretty nice. I think we have to pair this 4. If our opponent triples, then sure. 11. Okay, well, this is really, really very scary. Our opponent probably has, yeah, a lot of points. Alright, so our opponent shows us 8 points there, which it could have been worse. The top card, the cut was really favourable for us. We get only 2 points in the crib, so nothing spectacular. Opponent's looking to go out this hand, and we really have to sort of let them go out. We have to throw away something like 8 king. We'll leave the 2, keep the flush alive. Have to play the 3, the 7 is too risky if our opponent has 9, 8. Yep. And we're hoping that our opponent has very close to no points, but our opponent does show us 8 points. Let's see, the crib is probably going to get them there. There you go. So, tough game there. Tough game. We lost a few points on the play. We lost quite a lot of points on the hand, and the cribs are pretty similar. Don't have too many comments on the game. We were sort of behind positionally for most of the game. We weren't able to really defend in any reasonable way. We played extremely defensively to try and stop our opponent from getting to their next milestone each time. And, you know, some of the time we're able to catch up and we just happen to stumble into a good hand or crib. Unfortunately, that didn't really happen to us, so we lost out a lot there. So, not too much going on today, but I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.